Okay, so once more, a change of shirt. It's a new day once again. Yeah, last night I finished off the wood structure, well, the wood hardscape in the tank, and well, just ran out of time, ran out of daylight. So yeah, called it a day. The plan is as following. So as you guys see behind me, obviously the small cube that I have here, I basically bought it to basically house the rest of the plants and the fish that I still had in this tank when it was still up and running. So that I could actually dismantle this and put everything else somewhere else. So that's what this tank here is for. But this tank is obviously in its place where the half moon tank is supposed to go. First, when I actually clean the cube tank, clean the glass, there's quite a lot of poop on the floor that I actually just need to vacuum out, give it a little bit of a water change, move it aside a little bit to the right, and then basically take the old filter from the half moon tank, the filter that you actually get with the tank, set it up for the nano cube, because the filter that is running on the nano cube at the moment is actually a external canister filter, and that I actually want to use for the half moon tank. I am going to be doing what is called a dark start. Means that I'm going to be filling the tank up with water. There's not going to be plants in there, there's not going to be fish in there. It's just going to be the hardscape, the soil, and the water. This is obviously good for, well, a few reasons. The first main reason is that the spider wood is going to produce quite a bit of fungus growth. Most wood that you put underwater that is actually completely dry and hasn't been submerged for any amount of time is going to either release a lot of tannins, or it's going to start growing this white mold on it, basically. The mold is absolutely harmless. It doesn't really do anything to your fish. Actually, some fish actually really like to eat it. Shrimps, they love it. Bristlenose catfish, plecos and so on, they'll obviously eat it also gladly. I want to put quite a few plants onto the wood, like mosses and epiphyte plants. The trouble with that is, if you put plants onto the wood that aren't actually, well, established or don't really have a, like real proper root system, or the leaves are still fine and small, or just fiddly plants, like Monte Carlos and so on, if you place them onto the wood and fill up the tank with water and the mold starts growing, or the fungus, mold, don't actually really know exactly which one it actually is. It'll basically completely cover the plant and can kill the plant off, and the plant will just melt away. Since plants are not cheap, I obviously don't want to lose a lot of plants. So yes, that's why I'm doing the dark start. As mentioned, filters. Obviously, I need to get the canister filter. Well, it's down here in one of the cupboards. It's only a small little canister filter. I'm going to take it out and give it a little bit of a clean. I want to take half of the media out of that. As mentioned, the old filter. I'll get it for you guys quickly. So the old filter, this I'm going to be using for the nano tank. What I used to do back in the day, I'm going to fill up the entire filter in the back with filter media. So the filter is going to be ready to go with beneficial bacteria, and it's going to be running then on the nanocube. I would say let's jump into it. The daunting task of picking the half moon tank up with everything inside of it. I hope it all stays in one piece. I hope the tank stays in one piece. That's more or less yeah, it has to be done. Hey everyone, if you guys liked the video so far, hit the like button down below and subscribe. It would really help me out quite a lot, and I would really appreciate it. Leave a comment down below as well about what you guys think. Any tricks or tips would obviously be very much appreciated as well. Hit the bell icon as well to be notified for the next video, and let's continue. Okay, so got some water out of the tank, removed all the the lily pipes from the canister filter, removed the lights, gave the glass a little bit of just a quick clean. It's not perfect yet, and there's still quite a bit of detritus in the bottom of the tank. I'm going to move it over to its position, and then I still need to move the hardscape in this tank to actually fit the filter from the Half Moon tank, or the old filter from the Half Moon tank. It needs to actually go into one of these two corners. But yeah, let's keep on going. Okay, so I'm gonna try and take the filter of the Half Moon tank, the old one, and actually try and place it behind the hardscape of this one here. Now this is just a piece of dragon stone with a lot of Anubias placed into the corner for the fish to have something to basically reside in and hide in. But I don't want to look, obviously, I don't want to see this filter box the whole time. So I'm gonna try and place it behind it, move the stone a little bit to the front, and then place the filter there. Okay, so I ran into a little bit of a problem. The suction cups on the filter that actually go into the back here, they are so old, and basically if I don't know if you guys can see it in the light, but as soon as I spread them open, basically they completely ripped and just, corroded down. So that's a bit of a problem. But I do have a little box of shame in my basement, where I have quite a few things flying around in. So I'm going to have a look in there quickly to see if I maybe still have a few suction cups around there that I can, somehow mount to this. If needed, I'll just super glue it to this little frame and then connect it back to the filter. But yeah, we'll see. See what I can find. Okay, I'm back. Luckily, over my few years of my hobbying career, I gathered up quite a few things. I have a few suction cups here. These are meant for tiny little hoses, or this is actually meant for a heating cable. And then I have another suction cup right here, which has a hole in it. Unfortunately, the one with the hole in it, that I can actually mount in here, and that'll somewhat stay there. But the other ones with the little clip, no, actually, they can actually sit in. No, they would actually fit in. It's not a perfect solution, but it's a solution nonetheless. So at least, let's see if this works, if it'll actually hold. But yeah, these little clips, they actually they should hold it in place. Okay, well, it's not the sturdiest, but it's holding it in place. I think once the tank is full of water again and everything, plastic obviously tends to want to float, so it's going to take some load off it. But yeah, it's working. I've got the filter box in. I put in the other little plant. Don't ask me what plant it is anymore. I can't really remember. I'm pretty sure some of you in the comments can tell me what plant is the one here in the back left corner is. I sucked out quite a bit of debris still. So yeah, let me fill it up with water, get the filter started, and get it, all clean again. And then we can get ready to do the canister filter in a sense. Move that out, clean it up as well, and then move the Half Moon tank over into its position. Okay, time to remove the filter. I need my cloth. Okay. I cleaned the filters. Well, I cleaned the canister filter. I did all of that off camera. Time is unfortunately not on my side once again. It's slowly getting late. It's already dark outside. Canister filter is cleaned. I put some of the filter media into a filter bag, which I hid behind the plants here, and I took some of that filter media out of the established filter media out of that filter and put some into the filter on top of the nanocube in the hang-on filter. That should just give it a little bit of biological filtration over the time. I mean, there's not many fish and shrimp in there, so shouldn't be a problem. The daunting task is upon me. I now need to get this to there behind me. A little bit hesitant. I'm a little bit scared. It's heavy. I mean, I've tried moving it by myself, but it has to be done. I need to move this to there. My wife really would like the living room back. Hope for the best. Fingers crossed. Hopefully nothing will happen. It's just a short little move. Let's do this. Okay. Please don't break. Please don't break. Please don't break. Please don't fall apart. Okay. Oh my God, this is heavy. Oh my God. Okay, that actually worked. Yeah, nothing moved, not even the sand moved. So I'm actually very, very happy about that. It's not fully in position yet. I still need to slide it to the back a little bit. I'm going to obviously attach the filter, the light, and all of that. The light. Let me attach the light. Now there's a bit of light, you guys can see better. Next thing to do is get all the filter pipes hooked up, get the filter ready, and then it's basically, yeah, fill it up with water and let it cycle for a few weeks. The tank is on its place. I got the lily pipes put on. Filter is connected and everything. It's basically just time for water now. Let's fill it up with water and get it going. It's been 2 days now that I've actually passed since I've actually filled up the tank. Yeah, on the day that I filled up the tank, the water was just absolutely murky. It was completely cloudy, obviously because of the fact that I didn't rinse the soil or the sand. I didn't rinse it before the time, and obviously as I was adding water, finest of dust basically just got whipped up constantly. The problem that I also did was when I cleaned the canister filter, I didn't actually add the fine filter wool to actually catch all the smallest of debris basically in the tank, all the little particles and stuff, things like that. I did add a little filter sponge. It's quite a fine sponge, but obviously not fine enough to just get all the finest of debris out of the water. On the second day, I woke up and it was still quite a bit cloudy. So off camera, I basically took the filter out again, took it all apart, put in some fine filter floss, put it back all together, and yeah, just let it run again. And then, well, this morning when I woke up, it's crystal clear, and I obviously can't be more happier. Now to actually really see everything is quite amazing. To the keen-eyed viewer out there, you'll see that there are a few snails in the tank. I did this for one main reason, technically said. Every single time, every morning when I woke up, there would be a few on the top of the rim of the glass. I would basically just take them out, put them into the half moon tank, and they are going to actually, well, hopefully that's what I'm hoping for, is to keep the mold that's going to start growing on the wood under control. That's the aim basically that I have. They're going to be just nibbling at it constantly, non-stop, 24 hours a day. Snails technically never stop. The small little bladder snails, they are obviously, much quicker than you would actually think a snail is actually. So they're going to go around the wood, around the hardscape, around the substrate even, and just going to nibble away at whatever they can basically nibble at. At the moment, you guys can see there's a tiny little snail on your screen. Unfortunately, my camera is not going to be focusing on that one, on the glass. But yeah, as you guys can see, the wood is technically pretty clean still. There's a few little spots basically on that one twig on the end. There's a bit of mold growing. There's a little bit of mold growing on that piece there. But all in all, actually, it's quite clean. The ends, obviously, that are broken up tend to, grow the mold a little bit more quicker, and then it actually just starts forming on the roots, I would say. You can see there's a light little, layer on it, but not much. So I'm actually quite pleased so far. But as you can see over there, there's a snail going hard to work. It's basically just eating whatever it can get. All in all, I am actually very happy. This is not going to be the light that is actually going to be on the tank. I'm going to be using a different light, different lights, but that's going to be the next video. I got I ordered two little lights. Nothing special, nothing extreme, but yes, there's going to be two lights on the tank. So in the middle where the actual island is, there's a little hole in the back where I'm actually going to put some terrestrial plants coming out of the top of the aquarium, and that should look quite cool. There we go. That is the hardscape and the substrate and everything complete. Now I'm going to, as mentioned, I'm gonna switch off the light, let it just do its cycle for a few weeks. Obviously, I'm going to keep you guys obviously updated, and if anything else does change over time, I'm obviously going to give you guys an update on that as well. But that is it for now. Obviously, the next step is let it do its thing and start thinking about plants. There's quite a bit of research that I need to do for that, but yeah. All I can say is thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.